Okay, and we're live and ready to roll.
Okay.
Oh, except that might help if I get that up and running for y'all.
Yeah, that'd be pretty essential.
There you go.
All right, here we go. Oh. How did I get into this mess?
That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Oh, what? Oh,
Hey,
wait, the
the judge.
what have I done wrong?
I cannot allow you to go on like this.
But I'm just a simple defense attorney.
Gordon, you are no longer worthy of your title.
I've had this dream before, someplace, some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today, I'll stand in court as a lawyer to prove a killer innocent.
March 23rd at 9:43 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3.
All right.
Hello, this is Phoenix Wright.
You don't look so well, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna prove me not guilty today, right? If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too.
Damn.
Now listen up. You better get Engard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy, not a guilty, I'll never forgive you and haunt you till you die.
Maya.
Phoenix. Phoenix!
Mia! Maya, how's Maya?
I don't know.
You don't know?
She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday.
Mia, what am I supposed to do?
Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles.
But...
Can't give up. There's still some hope left.
Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. That accursed Engard again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it.
You're really mean, pal.
Ah, Gumshoe, I'm really, really sorry. Where are you?
They let me join the investigation team and we're chasing after the killer, pal.
Then you have some sort of lead.
Sorry, but right now all we've got are 0 leads on the guy. But we're not going to give up yet.
Gumshoe.
Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're going to do everything we can to find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get Engard the guilty verdict that he deserves, pal.
It's true. I could do that if they find Maya first.
You got that, so you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer.
I have to make the trial last longer?
You go at it, Mr. Edgeworth, with everything you've got, then you too can draw it out.
Oh, now I get it.
I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're going to give it all we've got, just like you.
Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe.
Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance.
Yeah. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through. I know it. Alright, here we go.
Yeah, March 23rd,
Um,
10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 3.
Court is now in session for the trial, Matt Ungar.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder. That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings.
Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. Ungard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape.
Then you're saying that she is guilty after all?
I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card.
What is that? It looks like a shell.
This is the calling card of a certain assassin.
Assassin, you say?
Yes, Juan Corrido was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt Ungard.
What a surprising turn of events.
I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor.
I know what's going on this time. So I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true.
But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least until Maya is safe and sound.
I wonder how the trial will turn out today.
Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please. Okay. I'm, Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star. And what is your relation to the defendant? Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way. Yeah.
Mr. Powers, please. You don't need to put yourself down so much.
Oh, sorry. Well, but I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes.
I didn't know that.
But, you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Ungard's room. Okay, sure. After the awards ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first, I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me.
Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Power's testimony.
Oh, and talking with the bellboy is no big deal.
If one assumes that the person Mr. Ungard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy.
What are you implying?
Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation.
Huh?
Trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just gonna have to charge in head first, right? Alright. Just a second.
You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant together, correct?
Yeah. The bellboy just wanted to say congrats.
Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange?
You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip.
Tip? That's a perfectly normal thing to do.
So how long did you watch the two of them?
Not more than a minute or two, I think.
At first? What do you mean by that?
I didn't think it was a normal bellboy.
And why was that?
Why did I think that, Mr. Wright?
Tip says, hey, he got a clear name and occupation this time.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to know? Hey, wait a second. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated...
I did feel a little something weird. I think it was because Matt gave the bellboy a tip.
Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip giving incident itself?
Ah! Yeah, that's it! You really know your job.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor?
this bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he?
Perhaps we should let the witness tell us.
Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony.
You mean about the bellboy, right? Matt gave the bellboy a tip.
So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that?
Ah, well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. he wasn't just he wasn't just a regular bellboy system. He was an advanced bellboy. Trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me.
How much it was?
Well, that's when something even more surprising. Sorry about that. That's when even something more surprising happened. Mr. Ben not yawning in the middle of his goddamn dialogue. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked.
I'm afraid I don't follow at all.
Sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event.
Can you really do that? Can you be surprised twice?
I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. What was so shocking about the bellboy's face, Mr. Powers?
Well, he wasn't exactly a boy, more like an old gramps.
I hope you know that discrimination towards old men is a no-no in my court.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant at all. In the smack middle of the guy's face, there was a line of stitches.
Line of stitches?
Yeah,
He
which...
had a line of tattoos and Lilo would stitch on his face.
Yeah, went straight
I'll
from
give
the...
an out for us to judges sometimes.
Yeah, went
Just
straight
straight on his nose and Lilo on his cheek.
I'm just waiting to see if anyone else is going to jump in, because I've tried to read this dialogue 3 times now. I've been interrupted thrice. So,
Oops.
yeah, I went straight from the tippy top of his head to the bottom of his shin. Almost like if that thread snapped, all the stuff in his head would come spilling out.
Ah! He was there at Engard's house. He was that butler.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Nothing, Your Honor. So that means Engard was talking with the killer then. If that fact were to be exposed, Engard would be declared guilty in a blink.
Phoenix, you have to play dumb here. Pretend you don't know anything.
Yes, Chief.
You sure you don't have anything you would like to say, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What did you just say, Your Honor?
Nothing, Mr. Wright. Nothing. They're just going around and around in circles. Oh, sorry. Now then, Mr. Powers, please continue with your testimony.
Watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. Oh.
You saw the two of them? The bellboy and the defendant together, correct? Oh, is this the same?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats.
Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? Oh, yeah, I think I remember.
Yeah. Right, yeah. Yeah, we did do that. Let's go back and press that tip on again. Because we wanted to... Ask about the tip.
The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree?
Sure. But giving him that much may be a little too much, I think.
A little too much.
Would you please clarify for the court about how much you would say the defendant gave to the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I couldn't even begin to guess.
Why is that?
Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash.
A roll of cash?
Oh, well. How interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it?
A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor.
Judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us.
Alright, doesn't really matter which we choose here.
Alright. There's nothing I can really object to here. I mean, who could argue that a fat roll of money isn't really odd?
So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it?
Payment, Your Honor.
Payment?
Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Carita.
Oh,
1 second. Then, and the bellboy the witness saw.
Yes, he was the assassin.
Hold your horses now, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any proof of this, do you?
Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley the Killer left at the scene of the crime.
Shelley the Killer.
He's the person the police's special investigation team has been chasing for ages. I'm certain that this person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelly the Killer. Really?
1 second. What's wrong, Mr. Powers?
No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out.
Oh?
Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night.
What?
Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. That's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I meant Juan Carita's room. Now that I think about it, the bellboy did seem kinda out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm certain of it. I mean... Thank you very much. That is all we need for now. Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy is truly Mr. the Killer. Then we shall see.
So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious.
That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh.
Ha ha ha.
This is no laughing matter!
So what exactly was so out of place about him?
Right. Why the insipid grin?
Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next?
Well, the bellboy was empty-handed.
Empty-handed?
That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart, nor was he holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you?
I agree that is a bit strange, Mr. Powers.
But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers test me slide, or...
Alright, pull a fast one.
There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy.
There really is.
There really isn't.
If you two are done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There is no reason for them to be empty-handed, ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness' previous statement be supplanted with this new one.
Edgeworth. Are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious?
I see. Very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, would you amend your testimony, please?
Yes, sir. I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of a guest room empty-handed. Huh? What about this?
Mr. Powers.
Yes?
You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true.
But isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and...
So, a baseball has stitches. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches?
Well, there's also... I mean, what about him being empty-handed?
I would like to ask the court to please take a look here.
This is a crime scene.
There is a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Kurita's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here, anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. And I actually did not even see that there before. I didn't notice that. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Kurita's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left.
Ah,
But this would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room.
But can you prove that Mr. Kurita was already dead at that time?
But Mr. Edgeworth,
yes?
I blame you for leading me down this route.
I'm terribly sorry.
What is with him? Why is he laughing?
Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? Is there? The bellboy was empty-handed, or should I say empty-handed. I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh yeah, I almost forgot.
Huh? What?
That bellboy, he was wearing gloves.
Gloves?
Yeah, pitch black leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right?
Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier?
Sorry, it slipped my mind.
Boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, gotta focus. I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves.
Come on, Mr. Wright, that bellboy's wearing black leather ones.
So, a football is made of leather. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they have leather?
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
He's grasping at straws here.
But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. Then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy.
It seems we finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony.
The rest?
Oh yes, please tell us more.
Okay. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. And the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat.
So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room?
Yeah, I kind of saw that all by accident.
Some accident. I'd say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious. To high heaven.
I think it's safe to say we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. I said hold it.
Okay.
That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details.
Okay.
Should probably ask him only one question at a time.
Alright.
So who took this something the bellboy handed off?
Actually, I don't know.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
Only an arm.
And
Then
a
you're
leg on.
Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face.
Yeah.
Well, it was Mr. Ungard's room, correct? So it could have only been Mr. Ungard himself, I'd say.
And then, what did the bellboy do after that? So after he gave the person inside the room the thing... Press the same statement and ask about this something. I'm just gonna skip through that tasks.
Alright. He gave something to this person.
Yeah.
Okay, what was this something?
I don't know. If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I?
This implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers?
I think it was something kind of small. I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if any you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received this item, all you could see was the person's arm. Yes, it was just like that.
Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important?
Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client.
Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off.
Well, let's see. I think it was... no.
If you remember, please add it to your testimony.
Yes, sir. If I saw it again, I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue. Like... this figurine? What was the point of that pregnant pause?
Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up.
It was me, Your Honor.
What is it, Phoenix?
I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this.
Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix, deep breath. Mr. Powers, the something you saw, was it this item?
Oh, hey, that's it! That's the something! Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall we found this at Met Ungard's mansion.
At the defendant's house. What does this mean?
It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the killer assassinated Juan Corrida in his room. And then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime.
Then the bear being found at Mr. Ungard's mansion would mean...
It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Met Ungard is the killer's client.
Order, order, order. I said order. Mr. Wright, this is a most unfortunate turn of events for you.
Yeah? Sorry, Mia.
No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. Not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have.
I almost forgot that he knew about it too.
I think it is clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial.
I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please.
Yes, Mr. Wright.
There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored.
What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Wright. What possible point would you like to explore further?
Person who received the bear.
There was one thing in Mr. Power's testimony that was very unclear. And that is the identity of the person who received the bear.
Gave something to the person inside the room. Sorry, but all I saw was the person's arm.
As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear. We can't be sure of.
Ah!
What is it, Mr. Powers? You're going to scream like that, and at least give us a good reason why.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Actually, so I remembered. I remembered who took the bear.
What?
Really?
I mean, I only saw his arm. But the arm... It was the Nickel Samurai's arm, I swear it.
You've got to be kidding!
Are you certain of that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai.
Order, order! Looks like you dug your own grave yet again.
How many times is that today? I've lost count.
So the person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt Engard is the Nickel Samurai.
Thanks to the fix, we've made that all the clear.
What am I supposed to do now, Mia? Help!
You don't have time to act lost. Got to find another angle to attack this from. Hurry!
Now, I will bring this cross-examination to...
Your Honor!
Again, Mr. Wright. You've already removed any and all questionable areas of this testimony.
About time you were removed from this court, Mr. Wright.
I have to find something. Even one more little point will do. There are still questions left unanswered.
What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that. No, right. What possible point would you like to explore further?
The bear itself, I'm guessing? I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable.
The bear, Mr. Wright.
This was found at Mr. Ungard's mansion. However, Mr. Ungard was arrested at the hotel that night. Which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home.
Oh,
I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. Ungard who took this bear to his mansion.
oh, 1 second.
Dim and Twitch, that also brings up a good point. Also, given that we know that Adrian Andrews was also wearing the costume.
Yep.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. He only saw the arm, not a leg, and without a leg, he couldn't tell if it was him or Miss Andrews.
Yeah.
If she was still in the costume, that is.
Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way time-wise for the defendant to have taken this bear home.
Phew. Disaster averted.
You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
I remember it clear as day. I remember what you murdered to yourself at Unguard's mansion. We had this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape.
I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer.
The killer and Unguard were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at Unguard's mansion as its butler.
What a bold move.
The bear figurine was brought back to Unguard Mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Unguard had him do so. I assume it was because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation.
Jay? Oh.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now.
It's too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all?
I think we've heard enough. We now know that this bear figurine was at the defendant's match. As well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt Unguard. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my verdict.
Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright? You could not win against the truth, could you?
I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth.
Any last objections, Mr. Wright?
Oh, do I? What should I do?
No, that's fine.
There's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number one, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found at Unguard's mansion. However, it's possible that this is all the work of a certain other person.
What do you say?
What I'm saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client.
The real client?
Yes.
Tisk, is that all you have?
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. What do you say is the killer's real client, and therefore the real murderer?
So,
Again, Adrian Andrews.
Adrian Andrews?
Yep, once again.
yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt Unguard for the crime. By wearing a spare nickel samurai costume.
Ah! Then the nickel samurai's arm I saw.
That could have very well been Miss Andrews.
Mr. Unger.
If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period.
That's right. But finding this figure at Mr. Ungon's mansion.
It was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrew.
Mr. Edge, what is your opinion on this?
I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. Besides which, there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either.
What's with this trial? Oh,
Come on, anyone can tell Edgard did it. Can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin this on someone else.
Yeah, unbelievable. It's something petty.
this is to say Maya. This is to say Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on.
All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom.
Your Honor, for the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game.
Is what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered, why would the criminal want this little wooden bear?
He's right. The killer did specially bring that bear to Engard's right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it?
Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews.
And who would that be?
It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself.
I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness this in that time.
Yes, Your Honor. March 23rd, 11:54 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you tried to give the guilt on Adrian.
It's where this demon will pay.
Mr. Nick,
Pearls, where's Mia?
I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away.
Really strong power?
Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is...
It's from Gumshoe.
How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal?
Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto.
Phew, that's good, pal.
What about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are?
We still don't have any leads, but
What? We don't have any more time.
if we had one, even a single clue would be really helpful.
I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, we've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught?
Tent.
A 10.
I could see a circus tent.
Mia!
Looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me.
So it was Maya that called you away.
She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away.
Gumshoe! Is there a circus in town right now?
There's only one, pal. The very big circus.
Maya is somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent.
What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw us a circle on that map about a 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry.
And
And?
I could see a mailbox under the window just outside.
Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox.
Oh, okay, what else?
What else, Mia?
I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. Felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the 3rd floor or so.
I heard her. An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck.
Good luck.
I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal?
Mia, Maya's not hurt, right?
She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved.
Gumshoe, please hurry!
Looks like we're out of time. You alright, Phoenix?
It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescue. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer.
March
Looks like
23rd, 12:05 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
We'll now reconvene.
The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you've been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder.
I understand.
Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews?
Tim, she had the means and motive, so...
Of course I have.
I've seen it before.
That's right, it's only natural the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to the bear's secrets?
Alright.
Why? Why does she...
Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart piece by piece. And it centers a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it.
So this bigger. It's a container of sorts, is it?
Yes, looks could be deceiving, wouldn't you agree?
Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Looks like there really was something to that bear after all.
puzzle.
That's right.
But looks like an ordinary figurine.
True enough. People who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly?
It's a Millennium one.
Oh, it's a giraffe.
So you can take it apart, and how would one go about doing that?
Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in.
Oh, yes, I see.
After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed.
Oh, this is more most interesting.
He's played with it.
A boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again.
You're not ever too old to be a kid.
He's-
Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry.
I think he's lost it.
So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart?
And how do you know about this?
I know because I saw the one who brought it.
Huh?
It was a souvenir when a friend and I went to Switzerland.
Then this was a present from you.
That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan.
So it was a present from Miss Andrew.
Witness, let's continue with your testimony.
I'll be back, guys. Someone can take my spot for a bit.
So, who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle?
Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland. So I doubt there are many people with this same bear in this country.
This looks like it be easily broken. Especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside.
Well, it's a toy. It can never be the same again once it's been broken.
Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container, or jewelry box?
I never told anyone. And as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew.
Two of you, huh? And of course that means Mr. Ungard didn't know, right? I think this is all I'm about gonna get for now. Figuring updated in the court record. Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realize that there's one very important fact we've uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box.
Hmm.
Now that we have agreed to this point, there's only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside the box?
What's inside?
That's right. That's what we're going to find out next. Witness,
Yes?
you are the only one who can open this.
Alright, I'm back.
Please.
There's painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart.
It opened. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted?
What is that? Looks like a note.
I don't think we need to guess at what that is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note.
The suicide note.
The suicide note left by Juan Corrida's former manager, Celestia Impax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts. But just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Corrida himself. It seems Celestia Impax had very beautiful handwriting. And just as she beautifully signed her own name on the document, this is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide.
No. Witness, do you know about this?
Yes, I did hear all. I heard it all from Juan. When I discovered this body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere.
Because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going to Mr. Edgeworth's pates. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question?
What is written on the note?
That's right. At least that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known.
I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it. I'm going to burn it for her sake.
I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of this note aloud.
Very well.
The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celeste Impax left us to a record of all that had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by Engar. About being engaged to Corrida and Engar's role in destroying that. And about how she decided in her despair to end it all.
And that's all. That's all Miss Impax had to say.
There is one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Ungard.
Then what?
Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness?
Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference.
My word.
That Ungard values, above all else, his refreshing like a spring breeze image. Which is why he had to stop this motive from being made public. At any cost. Celestia's suicide note added to the court record.
It's Engar's fault. That woman killed herself.
This time he even went so far as to kill someone. How terrible, what a selfish person! Some slimeball lawyers out there will defend dreams too. Robble, robble, robble. There's no room for doubt here. Mr. Killer's client goal was to obtain the suicide note. And the only person who needed this note that badly was the defendant. Let's not forget that this bear with the note inside was found in the defendant's house.
Seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives are entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone.
How am I supposed to escape from this one?
Hesitation, Phoenix. Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do.
I know. I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay. 2 deadly pieces of evidence. The figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of those.
Owl's already in the judge's hand, Phoenix. Hurry!
Suicide note or the figurine? Which one of these should I pursue?
The figurine.
One. Please wait, Your Honor. Oh man, look at that lawyer.
He's
Still going at it.
No.
Oh, sorry.
It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook.
The assassin took this with him from the crime scene after murdering Mr. Kurita. At the request of his client, of course.
So what's your point?
I don't think it's possible that Mr. the Killer's client was Matt Engar. In fact, I think there's a contradiction here. You can't tell by just looking at it that this bear is really a jewelry box. The chances that Matt Engar thought the note was inside this bear are 0 to 9.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
Exactly. But I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. After all, there's no reason why Mr. Engard would ever want a jewelry box like this.
Order. You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one.
Fortunately, I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order.
Uh-huh.
The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this.
What is that?
It is a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying.
But spying?
What the? I thought that spy camera was in my possession.
Matt Ungard and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses.
And?
The victim, Juan Kurita, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt Ungard.
Order! Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities.
Well, sort of.
Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright.
I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. This camera that I have is not that same one. Last night I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this.
Gumshoe's bug sweeper?
By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera.
Mr. Ongar's fingerprints were on there.
Well, Phoenix, looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh?
What am I supposed to say to that evidence?
I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. Ungard learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along.
You got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, well, what's that lawyer think?
Give me the backyard guy. Just stop, don't look at him.
Wait, it's just so ew, nasty.
Phoenix,
Yes, Chief.
have you figured out what you're gonna do next yet?
What am I gonna do next? Does running away like a frightened child work?
I know it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important detail.
Well, what is it, Mia?
There's a piece of evidence that he really should investigate.
Something you should investigate.
I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance.
Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden?
If she wants you to figure out for yourself, don't ask.
Hey, all right, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you?
What is this piece of evidence that Mia's talking about? Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at, or should I let it go?
He had some evidence.
I have an objection, Your Honor.
That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright.
Your Honor, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily.
You're beginning to sound desperate.
That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all.
Hmm?
In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing.
Hey, isn't that what I just said? So you're telling me I forgot something?
You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence.
That is the suicide note.
That is, this impacts a suicide note, right?
Who knows?
Huh.
I mean, sure, this suicide note was found inside this bear. But this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means the handwriting on this suicide note has yet to be analyzed.
Also, Tim brings up a good point. The camera that Edgeworth brought up was like, hey, this was at the defendant's house? If it was found at the house, perhaps there was also possibly a recording of Maya being taken in as well.
That's a good point.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So,
Or maybe Corporio was spying on him as well.
oh yeah. As to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impacts or not, that has yet to be even remotely confirmed.
Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be suggesting.
Mr. Wright. Are you saying this suicide note is a lie?
Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Engar. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear?
How dare you?
Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There's no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever.
But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it.
What?
Recall the witness testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could have solved the puzzle is the witness herself.
Ah,
Oh, in her class.
Yep.
Miss Andrew.
What was that, 7 now?
I think so, yeah.
yeah, that seems expensive as hell.
You wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt Engar.
I did no such thing.
Right? If you're going to pronounce this suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory.
Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. Ugh!
That's enough. Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on this suicide note?
It's as if the defense has stated that the writing has yet to be analyzed.
If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible.
Impossible. That's impossible! This isn't good, Phoenix.
The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day.
I don't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate.
Handwriting analysis, my ass. That's just the lawyer trying to buy more time.
Guard is guilty. Look at any idiot can tell you that.
I think we've reached the end of the line. Guilty.
Guilty.
Yay.
Guilty.
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 Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty.
What is that sound?
It's Gumshoe. Hello, Gumshoe?
Bye.
What's with him? What's with that sock? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer?
He got away.
Oh no. What?
I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do.
Anyway, what's going on?
Got his hideout, pal. But the two of them were already gone.
This is terrible.
I'm going to keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. I just need a little bit more time.
What?
Don't tell me we don't have any more.
Guilty! Guilty! Guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty!
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty!
Guilty.
Do you hear that? They're calling for his head.
Mr. Wright, I can't for us to come this far and... Oh,
What is it?
let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth.
Can't you call his phone then? I can't do that.
Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after.
Hold on, Your Honor.
Watch what happens to the item window when this comes up.
Edgeworth, catch!
Mr. Edgeworth? Please, you gotta buy us for some more time.
Court is in session. And he just terminates the call.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying?
Mr. Wright, this is a court of law.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but
I'm reluctant to do this, however. It appears I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow.
this time I really can't do anything.
Court is now adjourned for the day.
Please wait, Your Honor.
Edgeworth?
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time.
For what purpose?
We can perform the necessary test on this piece of evidence in that time.
Can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes?
I believe we can, Your Honor.
Wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for the day and then reconvene tomorrow?
30 minutes. Please, Your Honor. That is all I'm asking for.
Please, Your Honor.
Very well. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised I will not allow another recess today.
Not sure if this is helping or hurting us.
The court will now take its final recess of the day.
March 23rd at 2:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Right. Well, what's going on with Maya's situation?
The killer. It looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time.
Report!
Is that Mr. Edgeworth?
We don't have time to spit it out!
Right. Looks like we just missed them, sir. The killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away.
Few things.
Can we use any of them as evidence?
Oh, I thought you'd ask, pal. I've got the things he left with me right now, and I'm on my way over.
Really?
Gumshoe to the rescue! That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first.
Don't have time for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I would swipe the stuff and ran.
And pretty ballsy of you, Gummy.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to.
I mean, he's got a point.
I'm really sorry, pal, sir, but I've got to put the law on the hold for now.
Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this.
With my hunk of a junk car, I'd say I'd be about 20 minutes left, sir.
Tim was saying earlier, the defense is witnessing the
Oh, I'll
badger.
be there. Wait for me.
Yeah. The defense is witnessing the badger. Oh, wait, no, that was 3 cases ago. Yeah.
I'll laugh if they found the badger there.
Alright, just get it here in one piece.
I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one.
Except maybe another car running into you.
Wait all the stops and running every red light.
Jeez, come show you gonna get in trouble. I was led by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this. What the? Did he just run through the building?
Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me!
No one can stop me.
What happened?
Hey, you ran into somebody. Sounded like you had an accident. Guessing his cell phone broke as well.
I thought he hit him. What was he thinking? We've got to hurry and call for help.
We have no idea where he is. His cell phone's broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if you don't get those items before they do, the police will take possession of them.
No, we can't let that happen.
Well, if there's a way we could find out where he is, then he stand a chance.
Why, oh, why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment?
There is a way. Does anyone know how?
Maya? No, Mia.
No? Remember that he had a bit of a bug tracker on him.
Francisco!
Oh, yes.
That's right, there is a way.
What? How?
I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. I think you have to go. It says Francisco Von Karma's profile, I believe.
Why are you bringing up Francisca at a time like... Oh, I see. I'll try to get in contact with her. Chances are slim, but she's all we've got.
Francisca. Will she even want to help us? Edgeworth.
What is it?
I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty. But what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say, Defense Attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death.
Right? Doesn't suit like someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided.
Verdict.
Prosecutor Edgeworth here. Yes, bailiff. It's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. They're probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do.
Oh.
Jeez, it's only been an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Hasn't felt that long, honestly.
It's when something's so good, yeah.
Yeah. But let's take a quick break here. I want to go ahead and grab a drink.
Yeah, I think
So-
I'm gonna grab one as well.
So we'll be right
I'm
back.
going to use the little boys' room.
Yep.
Alright, I'll be back too.
Okay. Say I'm back. I guess DM and radio are still doing their thing.
I just got back.
All right, never mind. So, guess we're just waiting on radio then.
All right, I'm back.
All right. We'll go ahead and we'll continue on then. March 23rd, 2:35 p.m. District Court Defendant. Courtroom number 3.
Robble.
Court will now reconvene. Assume all both sides are ready.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth?
That is. It's nothing, Your Honor.
What's wrong with Edgeworth?
Looks like something unexpected just happened to him.
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please show the support the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note.
Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that this suicide note was indeed a forgery.
What?
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This note was not written by Miss Impax herself. It's a fake!
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If this was not written by Miss Impax, then who wrote it?
We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis, however. It appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Carita.
Mr. Carita?
Well. Looks like Miss Impax never left a suicide note after all. Never wrote anything about Ungard. However, Your Honor, even though this suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. Ungard could not have known that, and so the facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it.
That's not very plausible.
This theory that Engard had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it.
Let's see.
So I guess you want to choose back down, I guess?
It's just for stealing the judge's thunder and at risk of a penalty, choose back down. So, I think that's probably a silly thing.
Do you want to save then, Ben, before you say it?
Actually,
Just
yeah,
a short-
let's go ahead and do that.
It's not you. It feels wrong, but I can't put my finger on what it is. Oh, I thought you were going to present the evidence to steal his thunder.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, just to, show it off. So I wonder if it's funny. Defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. Engard to not have known it was a fake.
Oh.
Oh, I thought... Oh, so...
It doesn't tell me...
Maybe just. Oh, was it just? Maybe it's just like a random thing you pick, or.
I guess.
Want to just randomly choose one then?
What is this little item called again?
Oh. A video camera, Your Honor? Well, a very small one, but.
Oh, that's right, a camera. Oh, you kids and your fancy toys nowadays.
Says the
Oh,
one
did
who
you-
was trying to solve the bear puzzle.
Oh, did you have to say back down? I'm sorry. I
Oh.
don't remember now.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. Engard knew of the existence of this note. Yeah, for some reason, I thought it was back down was the right way.
Yeah, I thought that was too. Huh.
Because he was spying on the victim, isn't that right? Yeah, you were supposed to say back down for that one. Oops.
Oh, you want me to reload again?
If you want to, it's up to you. We don't want to. If you don't,
Eh, it's only gonna
yeah,
be.
it's not long. It's no use. Something feels wrong, but I can't put my finger on what it is.
Actually, there's something I would like to ask. Mr. Edgeworth, you had stated something earlier to the effect of the defendant had spied on Mr. Corrida's private life. I believe this would mean that he would have known about the note as well.
That's it. Yes, and so naturally, this means Mr. Engard would have known that the note was a fake.
Oh, so then it didn't matter one way or the other.
Yeah.
Oh, it's weird because it said one of them would give you a penalty.
Maybe you did. Maybe you did pick the right one out of the evidence.
Oh wait, this might be.
Order, see here, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
It was the one who thought of the spine thing. Don't begin stealing my thunder like that. I can't even describe it.
Yeah, sorry. There you go.
I couldn't even brag about embarrassing Mr. Edgeworth to my grandchild, had you not. For that, I assigned you a penalty, Mr. Wright.
Wow, okay. What? If only I had kept my mouth shut.
Well, then, the defendant knew the suicide note was a fake. If that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic act.
Exactly, Your Honor. Oscar's theory is what Mr. Engard's motive for murder was. It has suddenly disappeared into thin air.
But, Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Ungard monitored Mr. Corrida 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Ungard didn't know of.
Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why didn't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place?
Ugh!
Mr. Edgeworth. It looks like this time it is you who does dug his own grave.
As I figured.
But, as you figured,
As I figured, it came down to this after all.
Mr. Edgeworth, you are not making any sense.
When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next?
What next?
If the prosecution cannot prove Mr. Ungard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle.
Well, I agree with you there.
Your Honor, The prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time.
Oh well, that's fine.
However, this witness is a little unusual.
Oh,
Edgeworth stuttering? This is not like him at all.
Unusual. Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth?
that's just isn't it?
This witness is one who's perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of, who was it that hired Shelley the Killer to commit murder?
It's impossible! Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty.
Yes. Mr. Edgeworth, who is this witness?
Y'all ain't gonna believe this. It's,
Yes, go on. Who is it?
the man himself, Mr. Shelley the Killer.
What?
Oh, Mr. the Killer. Wait, Shelley the Killer? Oh, you mean the killer? I mean the assassin?
Yes, Your Honor.
He's coming here to the witness stand?
Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission.
Well, Mr. Wright,
Yes?
is this all right with you?
Do I have a choice here? Can't really do much else to drag this trial out. Defense has no objections, Your Honor.
I wonder if it really is all right to do this.
Yeah, assassin up on the stand.
Very well then, the prosecution calls its witness to the stand.
Hey, Judge, if you want to tell a story to your grandkids, here's a good one for you. Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us?
Now then, witness. Your name and your occupation, please.
Oh, God. Very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I am a professional assassin.
I say. What is going on here?
Your Honor?
How can you remain so calm? What is the meaning of this right here?
Tim says, well, if we're consulting the dead, we might as well consult the killers. He's not wrong! Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. the Killer will testify to this court.
So this must be what the urgent phone call he got earlier was about.
No, this will not. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself.
I mean, that's a valid statement.
Yeah.
Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelley the Killer.
I understand. Please wait a second.
I'm so hungry.
Maya!
Maya!
The voice, Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this?
Defense has no objection to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley the Killer.
We are run to yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we had too many choices under these circumstances, so...
Now then, witness. There is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else.
And what would that be?
At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corrida. Is this correct?
It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corrida.
Now that we've answered that, let's move on to the name of your client.
Very well.
Just a bad dream. Yes, that's it.
Shelly the Killer. What is he going to say? This is so weird.
I love this game. I love this series. It's just so off the wall.
It's so good. I do too.
Oh my
There's-
god. You never know what will happen next.
There's something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client.
Mr. the Killer seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us.
Well, he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor. Mr. the Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief.
You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing? It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix.
A real court of law, even a Japanese court wouldn't accept this.
That Tim makes a good point here. You could say that this is the Assassin's Creed.
Ah,
Alright.
We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your client? I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry, go on.
One witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright.
That's only because you don't know about Maya's situation. The trust between you and your client? I provide my service in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome.
That is why you're testifying in this manner.
This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. Couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did, yes, that person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly.
That's enough. Please, no more.
Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway.
he gets the idea.
Yeah. Seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role.
Their role?
This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven.
Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty?
To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die?
No, I didn't say anything.
Judge had better watch himself. Is this... No, that's not good.
Yeah.
Choose between you.
There you go.
Sorry, but... Oh, I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules. A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person. I have no trust relations with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck, an assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think, really. In that case, I believe I'm prepared to disclose the information you seek.
You've made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready.
Excellent.
Also, yeah, Tim points out a good one. Props to the animation designers for making the radio look like the actual guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Wow, I almost didn't notice.
Alrighty. Let's see. Let's see.
Is this the one?
Yeah, this is no.
Now then, I do believe it is about time I revealed the name of my client. Don't you agree?
What is it?
Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name.
If you can't ask him, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness?
He's gonna say Adrian, isn't he?
What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Carita?
That person's name is... Adrian... Yep.
Adrian Andrews.
Yep.
What? Witness! That's not who you told me it was earlier!
Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews.
What? This can't be. On the phone earlier.
What's going on here?
My guess is that Mr. DeKiller just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back.
Stabbed Edgeworth in the back?
I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. DeKiller told him a different name. Matt Ungard, perhaps.
I knew it.
This is outrageous. I was deceived. I was tricked. I was backstabbed. And quite possibly bamboozled.
Bamboozled.
This witness is telling a very serious lie.
You were the one who summoned this witness.
Shelley the killer!
My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt Ungard. Am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal.
Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this.
Yeah.
prosecution has failed to provide a motive and instead provided this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. The most definite of all, we have heard from the assassin himself, the name of his client. Mr. De Killer's client who requested the murder was not the defendant after all.
No.
With all this evidence, it is obvious to me this means that Master Matt Ungod is innocent.
I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict.
Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately.
What now? The way this is going, Ungard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya.
Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer's lying. And Ungard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this?
Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant?
Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question this witness. Shelley the Killer is certainly lying under oath.
What?
It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. That testimony just now, it was all one big lie.
Miss Andrews,
The suicide note may have been a fake. But that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. In one step, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me, it was a horrible, horrible lie.
But Mr. the Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client.
No, that's not true.
Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. Knife and button donning the Nickel samurai costume.
That's
You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Impax was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead.
No. Mr. Wright. You know this is true. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the killer is. Tell them. Please, help me.
yes, I know the truth.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions.
Have to side.
So it really doesn't matter what we decide here, it's still going to move forward anyway, but
Take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do?
so do we request the trial to continue, or do we throw an innocent woman under the bus?
Does this get to the other ending?
No,
Or
this is not. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying it does not matter what we choose here.
You can continue the trial then.
All right,
Yeah, continue the trial.
Phoenix.
I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept that I'm not guilty.
You are a lawyer.
I know. But Matt Engarde is a killer, a murderer. I can't. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I'm no better than Engarde. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it is because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth.
Now, like I said, if we had chosen to go with the verdict, then yeah, Phoenix would be like, he has a crisis of conscience. He's like, I can't let this woman be thrown under the bus. So we're moving forward with it anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He could have gotten Engarde convicted so many times over. But he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust. I thought about it until now. I trust him?
Yes, you do.
Mr. Wright, your opinion, please.
Defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. the Killer.
Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright?
Right.
But the witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done.
I'm not done yet to see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. Still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur.
Very well. The trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. the Killer.
Right away, Your Honor.
Has a verdict been reached?
Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more.
About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for?
Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done.
What are you talking about usually done?
Shall we have him testify? What shall we have him testify about now?
Mr. the Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail.
You legal people and your procedures, is it any wonder no one likes to go to court?
Yeah, jury duty's a bitch.
As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting. Appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button.
Sorry, I just felt that I'd say that for some reason.
Oh. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rule.
It's the most unexpected turn of events for the fifth time now. Excuse me. However, this time everything has finally been revealed.
Objection!
Just a second, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
We still have the cross-examination to do.
But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, the defense will question the witness, as if I have a choice here.
No? Why? What this witness said is nothing but beneficial to the defense cases. If you scrutinize the testimony, then
And I'll expose the lies, and that's oh so beneficial testimony, I suppose. And Tim brings up a good point if you read what he said.
Yeah. Let's say, yep. If any minute they keep him in a call, he isn't able to really freely run.
Yep.
I don't understand what's going on anymore.
That makes two of us.
Oh, that is clever. Keep him talking so he doesn't get away.
I'm trying to remember exactly when it is, but there's something that's really, really fucking funny here. And I don't remember where it is that I'm supposed to...
Oh, is it during this discussion?
It's either during this one or the next one. But I'm going to press everything that he has.
Okay.
Isn't Mr. Wright?
If I press him the wrong way, I might raise suspicions on his end. I have to do something to waste more time. Witness, I'm requesting a hit.
Here it is. This is it.
Oh, this is it?
Yeah.
Yes. How much is your fee? I see you're also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you would like to talk business, we could do so after the trial. No, I'm not thinking of hiring...
Mr. Wright!
Yes?
You want to kill me! You want me dead, don't you?
Why would you think something like that, Your Honor?
Guilty, Mr. Phoenix Wright! You hereby declared guilty!
Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client,
Oh my
are they not?
That was good. I'm glad you found me.
Yeah, I remember this. This was one thing I wanted to show that off so badly.
Jesus.
I just remember, like, wait, there's something really fucking funny on it. I gotta show this off. Okay.
I get it.
That was good.
That was pretty much it.
Why couldn't that have been an achievement for the other games, though? Because that would have been funny for that.
Yeah. Funny thing was, I don't remember if the judge gave you a penalty or not, so I'm glad he didn't, but...
I thought it was a game over after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I was like really worried there for a moment.
Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. DeKiller. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corrida had been murdered.
How do you know that?
From this wine glass, Your Honor.
The glass.
Mr. DeKiller's supposed client thought Mr. Corrida had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim.
What is it? That's a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan.
That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would never have left their fingerprints behind.
I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
Strangely enough, I had the exact same thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon?
Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct?
I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Kurita's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all.
How strange.
Yes.
Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation?
Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble.
Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence.
Ah, sorry.
Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you.
Anyway, I'm positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken.
Very well. Right now I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items the killer had left behind to get here, I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items.
Right.
This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my service on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistake.
So you physically met your client, huh?
That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Right. Go to the third statement and press.
So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was with the brief pause? Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my client as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail.
And why is that?
That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just was now very important?
Oh, it was very important.
Of course, it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. Tequila had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken.
So you're saying this client really was Adrian Andrews?
I guess so. You'll see, it is just as I said. I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here?
Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax.
Now then, would the witness please continue?
Is this new or is this old?
Oh, wait, no, I'm mistaken. We need to do this again. We're just gonna press further.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now very important?
Actually, no, it wasn't.
Why he meets his client is not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my question. What do you mean by that? The question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I have already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him.
And there's the smoking bullet! I'm sorry, there's the smoking gun.
Fucking gun, yeah.
Yeah, good job, Mr. Ben. Another thing butchered.
Gotcha, bitch.
That's when I thought I can trust this person as a client.
It's true what they said at talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now very important?
It was very important.
If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance.
Huh? Really?
That's the case. Witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony.
Very well. From the moment I saw him, I thought I can trust this person as a client.
And as we all know, Adrian Andrews is a woman.
I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time. Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy. How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is impossible tale. What? Shelley the Killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip up about her. So what is the issue? What did you say just now? About her? If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman. Oh! Well, I'm sorry, I couldn't tell because she was wearing that armor. Oh, wait, well, that's not her.
What up, Nicole? Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
This witness testified to the following: that he always meets face to face with his clients when taking their request.
But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person.
Yes, Your Honor, that's exactly the point. That means Mr. the Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews.
I like how the thing is sweating.
Yeah.
Letting oil.
Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake?
I believe it has something to do with her name, Your Honor.
Her name?
Yes, Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name.
Yes, I see.
Unluckily for Mr. the Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. So he simply picked the wrong gender to go with.
Well, like I said, I thought I saw her in that outfit that fights space pirates. Oh wait,
The funny thing is if he had used the gender...
Girl looks like a man.
The funny thing is, if he had used the gender-neutral term, like, if the moment I saw them, I could trust this person, that could have just been shot, Phoenix
Yeah, if
probably
only he
wouldn't
thought
have.
about that.
Yeah, Phoenix probably wouldn't have been able to. I think it was only because he made that slip up that he was able to pounce on it like a. Yeah. And the thing, the case is defeated by assuming your gender.
What? What is going on?
I identify as a woman, sir.
Shelly the killer. This court demands an explanation.
I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another.
So does that mean you remember something different now?
Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more. I know he's just going to spit out more lies.
Very well, but this time, please give us the truth and nothing but the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Truth is, I am not a woman, even though I look like a woman.
Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail.
Even though you just said like 5 minutes ago that you don't take requests by mail.
Yeah. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of Juan Corrida and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the names at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man.
Ah, so you took this job through a letter.
He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony.
Except he kind of did when he said that I never take jobs through mail or.
Yeah.
Which means he's definitely lying.
Be careful, Phoenix. Break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us.
I know. I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it.
Now then, let's begin the cross-examination.
Alright, third statement.
2 or 3 other things? Yes. And what were those other things? These other things. A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes? Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? That's... I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one... Wait! Uh-oh. This is looking really bad. I should have pressed my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing?
Yeah.
Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine? After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figure? It was inside Mr. Kurita's suitcase. Then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client? Interesting.
This information sounds really important to me. Witness, please include what you state in your testimony.
As you wish. One of these was to find the bear figurine and to give it to Adrian Andrews. Shelley the killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside. This item?
I see where you're going.
Yup, that's where I'm going.
Where is everyone going? Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase?
Oh, Judge. Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony.
And I was going to burn it for her sake.
If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned.
Hold on. So that's where you two are going.
So by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle.
Which means...
It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client.
Oh!
Order!
Mr. Phoenix Wright! I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else! I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement! No, that's not... That's enough! If that is your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do. Wait, please! Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to. No, please, not that. Please wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end, and I may stay my hand. Otherwise...
Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor?
I don't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is need to hear more testimony, or is this enough?
Well, we should...
Edgeworth, we can't do this. Keep this up, Maya. Chill.
Ugh! The prosecution...
What has come over everyone? Even you are.
The prosecution rests.
What is going on around here?
The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor.
What? What? Oh, I never thought I'd see the light of day. See the day. This is a most unusual situation. The prosecution rests with no further questions. then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. As the case stands, even though I'm reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley DeKiller's client is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I end the trial here, right now. And your client, Matt Ungard, would be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder.
Sanders would be charged with murder.
This prosecution has no further questions. We will now hear the defense's final remark.
And this is where it happens. The bad and good ending.
Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt Ungard, to the stand.
Yeah, I think it's...
The items from Mr. Killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could. It looks like our time has run out.
I can't believe it.
The outcome now lies in your hands. Dude, did the old guy finally decide?
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You've done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, based on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent.
Ah. So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out.
Mr. Ungard?
What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze shit. Just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer?
Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life?
You better get Ungard a guilty sentence, okay?
What? What if I did that? Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? The choice I make, someone's life is going to end. All hinges on what I choose.
Then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on the matter. The person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews. Then your client, Mr. Matt Ungard, is innocent.
There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer's going to say what I want, aren't you? Right?
I can't do this. I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Ungard, is...
What are we going with, people? What do we want to see first?
Let's see the bad ending first.
We go
So
guilty?
Not guilty.
Right.
Waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt Ungard, your client, deserves an answer.
Maya, I'm sorry. Matt Ungard is...
Psych!
Oh! Francisco von Karma! You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool.
Did you bring them? The final pieces. Do you have them?
You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence in here is perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy, he's fine, and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this.
What the old coat this is.
That's Gumshoes. You can spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap this item in. Fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what is inside the raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside the coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the fence final pieces of... Oh,
Sorry.
Final evidence?
I think I might have skipped a bit too bad.
This trial's already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial.
what?
Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence, down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be permitted to present these pieces of evidence.
Suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. These items do not bring up any new points, and they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, you please.
These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police.
Must have been quite in a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around like a miracle. I'm sure of it.
That is all we can hope for.
The first item is a pistol. Does the killer pistol have anything to do with this case? Does that pistol have any relation to this case? We have yet to perform a ballistic test, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case, at least with me.
Yeah, it was the gun that he was shot with.
And that's the pistol that he used to shoot you, isn't it?
That's what I believe, yes. Oh. I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of a memento. I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test. So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Francisco. It's probably not going to help us very much.
Pistol added to the court record.
The second piece of evidence is this videotape. That the killer took this from Engard's mansion. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh yeah. I would speculate that this tape is very poor.
Just say that.
Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Shelly the Killer is no ordinary man. The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform. Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? Was that used during the crime? I'm almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it, the killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There's one thing I found interesting about this uniform.
And what is that?
There's a button missing on this uniform.
A button?
It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue.
Uniform added to the court record.
That is all I have to present, Your Honor.
It's just, I thought.
And what is that, Your Honor?
I'm sure. Were we under normal circumstances? These items from Shelly the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing.
It is, who is the client?
Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Montana. You may step down now.
Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence.
Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict.
Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he?
Is this the end?
Phoenix?
I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? Do you want to make a save, Ben, before, just because of what's coming up?
We'll make a
I don't
save now, but yeah.
Okay, because I don't remember. Wasn't there? Because sometimes the game won't let you save sometimes.
Yeah, there's another point where I'll be saving. I'm actually following along with the script here. So yeah.
Okay. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there?
I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far.
Indeed.
You can't give up now. Sorry, what was you saying?
Indeed.
Oh.
You have to be the miracle sometimes.
But no matter how you think about it, it's
Try, for my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us.
2?
The first, make Ungard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict.
Huh?
The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Ungard himself wishes to be convicted, he'll let his hostage go.
That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible.
Second way, force the killer to end his contract with Ungard. If the killer were to no longer think of Ungard as his client, then he would let Maya go.
Mia, that's even more impossible.
Actually, that's more possible.
He's a man who values his duties towards his clients above all else.
I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first. But if you can make either one of them happen, it would truly be a miracle.
The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. Pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them.
Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what that's always worked out for us?
The other side. Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around?
Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, who does need it?
The person who needs the evidence?
The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have all seen the pieces of evidence. And that is how we have come to know the truth. But there are people who have not seen them all. And these people do not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end.
No objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict.
Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids?
I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence.
I am not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor.
Then you want to show the evidence to that person?
Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, for you to ask such passion, I'll grant you one chance.
One chance.
Please show us your evidence to who you think is the right person.
That's impossible. To turn the situation around in one try.
One try. That is all.
I have to try to remember. Everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix. Think! Must be a way to save Maya while taking Enguarde down at the same time.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time.
Right, now we're gonna make... This is where we need to save.
There.
Alrighty. So...
This is recommended to do the bad ending first.
So... We would like to show this evidence to...
Pearl.
Well, yeah.
See. Does this court what one piece of
One piece. Show her the badge.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth?
I don't have anything to say to this.
How about you, Miss Farnkarma?
Well, I was just shot, so...
I'm afraid I cannot allow the defense to continue.
What?
No one understands what you are talking about anymore.
Wait, please, one more chance!
That is enough, Mr. Wright. I will now state my verdict. The court finds the defendant, Matt Enguarde, not guilty.
Wow, this is...
That is all. This court is adjourned.
And just like that, the case came to an end. I ran away from the courtroom, wandered the streets alone. I never saw Maya again. The killer's a man of his word, so I'm sure he released her as promised. I heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course. The miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to. Because a miracle is something that doesn't exist. The end.
That didn't get.
This is why. This is why you save often, people. Because if you didn't save often, you would be screwed.
Wait, before we go into it, Ben, do you want to mention about the misspelled error? In
So yes, they actually fixed it for this this HD trilogy, but the original ending that was on the DS, when Phoenix was walking away in the ending, there was a very infamous grammatical error, where instead of him saying that the miracle never happened, it was actually written out as the miracle never happened. But I kind of say unfortunately, because I kind of wish they had kept it in, but they did fix it for this game. Or this re-release, I should say.
And now we go to the
So now we're going to go back in there, we're going to actually see the actual ending of this. We would like to show the evidence to Shelly the Killer. And we want to show the one piece of...
videotape.
And we want him to show the videotape. What do we think? I think there's some merit in showing this evidence to that witness.
Taylor, please bring the transceiver from earlier.
Yep, I knew it.
Alright, looks like I managed to convince him.
The tape would play the most important part.
Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence? Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was in order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. Thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client to not watch it. So I have absolutely no idea.
Well, it has your face on it, buddy.
Actually, you are on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden in that crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What?
Not true, Mr. Wright.
Who was it that planted the camera? Well, the only person who could have placed the camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally.
That was Adrian Andrews.
Be quiet and listen, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. Oh, so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Matt Ingard film the crime scene?
For blackmail.
The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene.
As DM said, they want to blackmail on you.
Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said.
But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want.
Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer? Oh! It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers they may arise. That is the true nature of your client.
I have one question for the witness.
Yes.
You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all.
Yes, that's right.
But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then?
That's obvious. I would break out our contracts in that case. I would break our contracts out in that case. And then that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity. I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment.
I see. That's all I wanted to know.
So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright. Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hand. I will now return to you your precious item.
So what? I'm not an item.
I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness.
This trial appears to have come to a conclusion. However, I actually am sort of... I don't quite know what just happened there, but with the client I wit. Quantana, where did that...
She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict.
Not so
Mr.
confident, are you?
Yeah, Mr. Engard. It looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy.
But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video. Help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please.
Is this all right with you, Mr. Wright?
We finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you.
Right, Chief. Guilty!
Let's say, yep. Mr. Ungard, you are now Mr. Fucked! Guilty.
Matt Engard, even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here.
Me, my wonderful self, guilty!
Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it, you can't run away from your crime anymore.
Ah, I'm guilty! Guilty, 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 guilty!
Jesus. Now he's Scarface.
As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth.
So here's the thing. If we had chosen that he was innocent, then Phoenix basically would have taunted him like, hey, congratulations, you're a free man! And then Ungard would have been like, I can't go out there. He's going to be out there waiting for me. No, I can't accept this. I'm guilty. And then he would have broken down, fucked his face up again anyway.
But also, if you did that on the iOS or on the system, I think you get like an achievement.
Yeah.
Sweet. I don't remember you helping out much in this.
Yeah, it says, yep, if you're playing the HD iOS release, choose not guilty to get the innocent Ungard achievement. But it doesn't matter, since...
Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt Ungard?
I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whip leather right about now.
Very good.
He's gonna get a taste of what happens in jail.
That was a close one, wasn't it?
Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair.
She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. Guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did.
This witness, how should I put this? She's an illness. You're gonna say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me.
But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved.
Wow, it's the first time I've ever seen her smile.
I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I finally don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone.
Looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there's still a few things I'm confused about. But as everyone seems to be in good spirits, that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned.
March 25th, 5:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. You were great out there, Phoenix.
What I did out there was right, wasn't it?
It's the first time you've not gotten your client off. That can't be taken out of context. Got them a guilty verdict this time. But
Actually, wasn't his other client in the fifth episode guilty?
no. That was
Something?
because his client in the 5th episode on the last game was Edgeworth.
No, that's the secret episode, the fifth one with the.
No, because you got your client off that because the guy forged it. Like he was
Yeah.
because there was no blood on the cloth that he cut out. Remember that? Because he put
Oh,
like
yeah,
a handprint.
Oh yeah, the secret. Yeah, no, that wasn't. Yeah, the Lana Sky was not guilty. No. But you have to look past all of that to that's what's really important. You now realize that there's something more than just not getting it. You now realize that there's something more than just getting a not guilty, right?
Oh, that's right. She wasn't charged with the murder, but she was charged with something. Now I remember.
Yeah, she was charged with something else. She was guilty of a crime, just not the crime that
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, because all she did was like pushed him down. She didn't push him to like the weapon.
No.
Yes, I understand that.
Phoenix, think back for a second. Think of the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make.
Well then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statement on this matter.
I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life? My client, Matt Engard, is...
Is he guilty, or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then, and your answer spoke to what being a lawyer meant to you. Right?
Edgeworth.
I've good news. Maya is now safe in police custody. Really?
Pearl!
You're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in a patrol car. Haha, Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya's safe! You did it. You really did it, Mr. Nick.
Ow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid.
I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nickel Saver! Mr. Nickel Saver!
Thanks?
Oh,
What's wrong?
Miss Von Karma.
About earlier, thanks? Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you are still happy? I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you?
Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago.
Edgeworth?
For my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts, I used every dirty trick in the book. So my win record remains spotless. But a certain man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I lost everything because of that. Then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. I was saved by that very same person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened. So I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death.
As well you should have. Prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeats should crawl into a hole and die.
But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change.
What foolish nonsense.
Give me a second here. Got a little something in my eye. Ow. Huh. We prosecutors...
feeling.
Sorry?
I know the feeling.
We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well.
What? You trusted your enemy?
It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. We will always eventually reach that one single truth. This, I promise you. The truth. Yes. That is the reason why we prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, right? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who had only his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night. Ah! Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick?
Really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me. All those years ago. And you betrayed your own word. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. Decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool.
Miss Von Karma.
I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Francisca threw something on the ground just now.
This is an electromagnetic receiver.
Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe?
I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else. Huh. Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip? I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right?
You know, remember all the times she kicked your ass.
Okay.
Nick!
Yeah.
Oh, I think this.
Yeah,
that's
that's
mine.
Nick, yep.
Maya!
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
Aw.
Oh. Nick, I knew you would come through. Got unconvicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me.
Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck. This trial, you're really lucky to be standing here.
Whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly.
Is it really that easy to do something like that?
Well, Mia seems to do it a lot. That's a lot. Thanks a lot, Nick.
Don't mention it.
Maya.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm relieved you're alright.
Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago.
Alright, I think it's time we get out of this depressing place.
Here,
Huh?
here.
Where are we going?
Food, Nick, food, grub, chow, I'm starving here. I've been captive for 3 days. So hungry you look like a nice juicy burger on the bun to me right now, Nick.
You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least.
Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please. Well, if you insist.
Alright,
So how about we...
let's make...
Okay.
Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint?
Don't be silly, Nick.
Huh?
This case messed up that awesome evening, and it got in the way of my gourmet food. So I decided that we have to make it up by having another feast.
Another feast?
Come on, Nick, food.
March 23rd, 7:38 p.m. Gatewater Hotel lobby.
Hey, pal, sorry to keep you guys waiting.
Oh, damn. You look like you've been through a hard time there, Gummy.
Gumshoe, are you alright?
You look so different without your coat on, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things.
telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him.
I was mistaken. Yeah, I thought he got T-boned by somebody else. And like, no, he's just an idiot. He just ran into a telephone pole. Oops.
This is why you don't talk on the phone while you drive, kids.
Oh.
You did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me. And I ain't joking.
Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of The Steel Samurai.
Thanks.
Now look at here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you want... Reckon you want... You bully Mr. Right too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight, even.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Well, come on now. Everyone gather around. Y'all are gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer.
Looks like Lotta brought herself a new camera.
Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Amen to that, Pally. Amen.
You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved me. You were the one who saved the day, Detective.
Well, me? You really think so?
He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending.
Oh, well, you know, it's... Oh, wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, oh, sure, I took 4 things in total, sir. What?
4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket.
There was a 4th item?
Oh, come on, y'all, it's over. Well, I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped. Never a dull moment with you, huh?
You think?
Why does she look so happy about that?
But being shut away for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared?
Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So I kept my mind off of things. I drew a picture.
So it sounds like you had it rough, Cal. Where's this picture of yours?
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mr. Maya's picture.
You know, I don't know where it went.
Aw, that's too bad.
Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. Why do I get the feeling that it was?
Ah,
You'll see what it was.
sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. What is it, Edgeworth?
This thing's picking something up.
Oh, that's Miss Karma's receiver. Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. Can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me.
That's odd. Even though you're standing right here. The tracking device seems to be in a different location.
Well, it's probably busted or something, sir.
Or maybe it's
Or
just
maybe
tracking
it's
your
still in
coat.
code.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself anyway. I still have some work to do.
What? But Mr. Edgeworth? You haven't eaten anything yet.
You've eaten way too much, you gluten.
I had fun
I
tonight.
had fun tonight.
That's
okay.
me.
Oh.
Yeah, I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait!
What?
I just want to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there.
If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right?
I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel.
What's this?
Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her.
You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job. Looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya?
Well, yes, Curly?
I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean?
Curly, would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me.
Anyway. So, who's paying for this lovely dinner party?
As if you need to ask.
Yeah, you shave me!
Everyone
God
say
damn-
thank you to Nick.
Huh?
Oh yeah, I'm kind of at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kind of already put your name on the bill.
Gumshoe! Huh? Huh?
Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. I'd better be anyhow for $3 grand.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all.
What? Huh? 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 Huh?
Isn't this great, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, Nick. We get to freeload off you forever.
Why do I suddenly feel like screaming?
Oh, you don't need to hold back now, you hear?
Yeah, pal, time to let it all out.
This is gonna be the first time I hear the real you.
Go on, it's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all.
Alright then, if you say so.
And that was Justice for All.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Wow. I can see why this is your favorite.
Well, I
It really
wouldn't.
came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you would find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro. A pro hostage?
So this game actually isn't my favorite of the series. That would be the next game. I'm so
that's
happy that you
right.
could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the two of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel's a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the two of you. Just in case. No.
Totally.
This game has out of all 3 games,
Your
this
favorite
game
episode. Yeah, I remember now.
this game is the one that has
your
my
favorite episode, not your favorite game.
We will have talk.
Well, pal, Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard he said things like letting that one go is a bad for all society. I knew it crashed headlong with everything. It was the only way to live, pal. Sorry, Ben. I just came to a realization, and I talked over you by accident.
I will explain out my thoughts after all of this.
Hi, Maggie Bride will be retiring this uniform starting today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. I bring smiles and joy to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. Hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright.
We will be seeing her again in the next game. And she is indeed a waitress. So, she is not lying on that one.
Continuity.
Oh god.
Yes, you here to visit a patient. I'm Director Hottie. Oh, recently, yes, that girl, you know, I haven't seen her around. Yes. But I remember, if I so much as laid an eye on her, it'd go clunk. And I didn't matter if I would get ripped at all. Yes.
Gosh, we had to have him back.
It's time to begin our quest of World Circus domination, sweetie. And to let the world know we are serious, I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe.
Hey Max, what do you think of Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk?
No.
Oh my goodness. I think there are many talking bunnies, even if they won't laugh at most jokes. Yeah, you're stuck with her.
Hi, Regina, you're cute but delusional.
Oh god.
I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall. I'm going to be more contemporary with my humor. Oh, girls, represent.
We've got a new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus. Say something, will you? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it. And Sim says, well, if you trust the emails. What's this, Drat? It's just an ordinary electric razor recharging on its stand. I can't believe this, really. How long do they plan on making me do this? But it's such Pooh's idea, so that means it must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? It was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and treat me like royalty. And any man who had fun, blah 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 blah.
Man.
Is there any more scenes like this? Yep, here we go.
I appreciate everything you and Mr. Artsworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right, I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful that I've met everyone.
Right, there are more scenes because there's actually something with Franziska you guys are probably gonna like.
Oh. It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my service, please be sure to. Oh, may we both be blessed with longevity. Oh.
Yeah. I forgot the fucking. I need to do something about that where it's just like the automatic screen dimmer.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. March 23rd, 9:42 p.m. International's departure, gate 12. Now, as I was trying to say before DM kept talking over me, you know, I accept the apology and all. No, this game is the one of the trilogy, of the first trilogy. This game is the one that has my favorite music. So, but this is also.
I just remember that.
Yeah, but this is also one that does have one of my favorite cases. So
Yeah, one of your favorite cases, not your favorite game. That's what I
Yeah.
remembered.
where are you going, Franziska?
How did you know I was here?
This?
That's.
I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example.
It's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that.
Oh, that's right. Speaking of that, man, he told me something very interesting.
When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout. Oh, sure, I took 4 things in total, sir.
4 things.
It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket.
He put it in here. It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over.
What are you gonna do now?
That's none of your business.
You running away?
Shut up. You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter.
Franziska.
So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius, there's no doubt about that. But me, I am no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to.
You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be.
No, I am not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away.
Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you?
Oh, now we're seeing Edward's monologue.
I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for pride or personal honor. I hope you'll think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip.
You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge.
I say,
You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today.
I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did.
Adrian Andrews?
You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today you chased after me, after I left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you're going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Carvel.
Oh,
Yep, there we go. That's the thing. She just begins crying.
I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now, so you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth.
Wow.
Thanks for... Yep. One day, someday. Sure we'll meet again in battle. This is supposed to be Franziska, by the way.
Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you. I'll take good care of this fourth piece. So I can give it to you when at last we meet again. I thought that was Edgeworth.
Yeah. That's the drawing that Maya made.
That's cute.
Aw.
The reason I knew that was Franziska is because I remember back in the DS there was like a scene where it actually showed Franziska in one of the seats.
Oh, okay.
And she was looking at the card saying that she would give it back to, like, you know, there was like internal monologue on that. And then it cut to the scene of the actual, like, close-up of the card.
Alright.
So,
Sorry for cutting you off during the credits. I forgot that the credits did this auto text thing
yeah, it's
already.
not a problem. And just FYI, it's going to do the same thing like that on the third game as well. Like, pretty much all of these games have something like that.
I'm expecting that from now on, yeah.
So, yeah. But anyway, this has been the next Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney game. We're going to take a break from this game for, I think, probably the next, I don't know what I'm going to be carrying on for this, but we will go ahead and take another, game break between this and the next one. We're going to go ahead and I still haven't really I really haven't figured out what I'm gonna do next. I think I'll probably go ahead and I'll do like a little intermission thing where like we got the 30 turn Mario Party Jamboree,
Everybody.
but then I think I'll probably go ahead and do like another run through of that Oregon Trail with the
Okay.
complete stuff because Radio Dog asked. I actually showed it off to him a couple of days ago, and there's
Yeah.
that new content that just kind of shows up a bit. That's going to be good for one game. But then
And
after
he
that,
actually made it with everyone. Sorry,
Yeah.
I mean to cut you off.
yeah, he's not kidding. We did actually make it to the safe haven with everybody. No one got bit either, so no.
And no one didn't take a piss and left us.
Yep. But yeah, after that, I'll probably go ahead and finish. You just fill July with some either small stuff, maybe jump into something I've been wanting to do and just haven't done so.
Okay.
Oh, what would that be?
Maybe Hat in Time. I'm not sure. I don't know how long that would probably take me to get through.
Oh, that's a good one.
But we'll be jumping into the third game probably somewhere around the end of summer. So,
All right.
depending on how long Hat in Time it takes me to do Hat in Time,
Or in the fall.
or but beyond that, that's pretty much gonna end things here for the night. We're pretty much it's close to time anyway. We're about maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, for
So,
15 minutes. Okay.
Or
Or 12.
So yeah, so we'll go ahead and we'll just call this here for now.
Now, no stream tomorrow because the thing was shell shock.
Yes, unfortunately, Yes.
I was wondering if it was this weekend.
Yeah, so yeah, nothing for tomorrow because I am going to be going in with, like I said, Shell Shock Prime's event. We're going to be talking about Sonic the Hedgehog. I haven't quite decided because there's also another event coming up, not with him, but I got some personal things going on. My family's hosting our annual 4th of July barbecue on Saturday. As of not this next Saturday, but the Saturday after that, the 5th. So,
Because are you streaming on the 6th then?
yes, I am planning on streaming on the 6th.
And there's a special thing about the 6th. That's my birthday.
Indeed.
Oh,
Happy
that's
birthday.
nice.
So,
Yep. My
Happy
birthday's coming.
birthday to you.
My birthday will be on July 6th, so it'll be an interesting event to stream.
So, yeah, I may stream, and it depends on how I feel. I mean, because the only thing is, I know for a fact that my one coworker, unless he takes that day off, as well, like what he did with the Memorial Day, unless he takes, unless he decides to work on the 4th, he's got that day off for holiday. So, if he takes that day off, or if he works that day and I get that day off instead, then I may just go ahead and just attend my family's barbecue. If not, I may just stay home because I don't know how well I'm going to feel coming off of work at like 7:30 in the morning, and then having to sleep until about like 1 or 2 just so I can get up and drive there at 2 in the afternoon,
Oh, yeah.
just so I can be there for like 3 hours, just so I can drive home and come back and start up on a stream. So. But like I said, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yep.
That, however, though, is pretty much where we're gonna end it here. Like I said, don't really have much else to really plan on beyond that. So like I said, tomorrow is the sharing with Shell Shock. That's the 22nd. 28th is where we're going to be doing our 30-turn Mario Party Jamboree.
Yep.
29th is where we're going to go ahead and continue on with Pikmin 4. And then July 5th is kind of up in the air. So.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
But that's what we've got planned for the immediate future, at least a couple of weeks up ahead. That's pretty much where we're going to be ending things off for now. And if anything changes, I'll be letting you guys know. As mentioned before, the Thursday streams with Dungeons and Dragons have been placed on temporary hiatus, so we're not going to be having a game on the 26th, the 3rd. Yeah, we're not having the 26th or the 3rd. The earliest that we'll be going back into Dungeons and Dragons will be July the 10th. So, but again, that remains to be seen. So, that is pretty much all I have in regards to announcements. So I will just go ahead and wrap things down and wind things up. Thanks everybody once again for coming on by, both in Twitch chat and having you guys as co-coms. Always a pleasure having you guys here.
Indeed.
Yep, thank you.
That being said, this has been Mr. Ben.
This is Jay Smith.
This Radio Dog.
Eager DDM21.
Wishing you all a wonderful and happy new week. We will see you guys at least on... we will be seeing you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I was about to say... I'm sorry, the wonderful happy new weeks is usually my Sunday outro, but yeah, I just forgot. Yeah, I'm not streaming tomorrow. I will see you guys over on Shellshock Prime's channel tomorrow for his sharing with Shellshock. And beyond that, I will probably be seeing you guys maybe this Saturday. So, take care,
Sounds
everyone.
good. Later.
See you, folks.
Night.